Hi, good evening and welcome to the 1998 EU KPF European Pool Championships from the Victoria Sports Stadium here in Gibraltar. This evening we are featuring an international team event between our host Gibraltar and a team from Southern Ireland. Tonight's commentary is brought to you by John Robinson, the England team manager, who is sat here by my right hand side, and myself, Gary Taylor, the England captain. Tonight's referee is Mr. Cox from Ireland, and the first players will be introduced by John.
Good evening, everybody. And for Gibraltar, we've got Joe Monero. And for Southern Ireland, Raphael Waters.
Okay, Joe's just broken off. The idea here is to pick a set of colours. Joe has broken off and has potted a red ball. So, he's actually on reds here. So what he's going to try and do for this particular shot, as the balls are quite open, is pot the red, which is successfully done, and try and finish the game from here. I think he's got a good chance, John.
Yeah. The object now is to pot the red into the corner. The bridging is quite difficult, but I think Joe, who is a very good player from Gibraltar, will be able to accomplish this shot no problem at all. There you go.
His next shot's slightly trickier. He's got a red into the left centre middle pocket. If he negotiates that, then he's got a double, or plant as we call it, into the middle, but it's up to him. The shot he's chosen is a completely different one.
Oh, a tremendous shot there from Joe Monero into the middle pocket. Then you just put this one red into the corner, just slightly stun the cue ball out or follow it through on the cushion.
It's been slightly unfortunate there. I think what he was trying to do was get the white in position for the red over the middle pocket and then screw across for the remaining red to get onto the black ball, but he's now going to take the more difficult red into the bottom left hand corner pocket.
Oh, I think he run out of position on the red, which made the shot slightly more difficult, and now Raphael has a chance to either go for finish or lay in a snooker. Raphael's nickname actually is Pedro, and he's 30 years of age, and he comes from Navan in Southern Ireland, and he's won many local titles in his local leagues in Southern Ireland.
It's been slightly unfortunate there. He's tried to put the yellow into the centre left middle to leave himself a shot with the two yellows at the top of the table. Unfortunately, he's missed the pot and left his opponent on.
I think Joe should pot the red into the middle, run down to the yellows, and pot the red, and hopefully negotiate the black into the same pocket of where he's playing the red. Just needs a touch of right hand side on the cue ball to take the white ball onto the cushion off and pot the black into the same pocket. Oh, and he's kissed the red there. He's come out quite fortunate. I think he will just cut the black into the middle centre pocket.
It doesn't actually matter here if he pots the black and one of the opposing guy's yellows.
And there it goes. A great shot on the black for Joe, and Gibraltar lead 1-0. That is a big result for the Gibraltar team, as Raphael is a seasoned player.
Gibraltarian team. Guy Olivero is the next player up for Gibraltar. He's actually playing Leo McMackin, or as he now is affectionately known as Leo the Hat, who plays for Southern Ireland, and you can see why.
Leo is a very extinguished player on the professional circuit. He's been about for many, many years, and what's known in the game as a face. He plays quite an attacking style of pool, and he's won many titles. He was the Alca UK champion in 1981, the Novotel Open champion in 1983, Skyways Hotel champion 84, so on and so forth. He's a big personality and a right character. He's very good for the game, and I'm sure by the way he plays you will agree with me.
And here comes Leo's opponent, shaking hands with referee Mr. Cox.
And he walk into the arena now is Leo the Hat.
Is he going to play with those glasses on, John?
I think he will do. He's a bit of a character, he's Leo. He's well known on the circuit and he's always good for a laugh.
You can tell he's got a good sense of humour if he does play with those glasses on. Both players got an attacking style, and I don't think this frame will last too long.
No. This will be a major plus for the Gibraltarians if they can actually steal the frame off of Leo. And he's had to go red balls. He potted a red ball off the break and now he's on red balls.
Just to give the viewers a better idea of what we're trying to achieve here with the results, the winning team has to get 17 frames. It's basically a best of 33 match.
I think Guy Oliveira got a slight kick there on the cue ball, which made the pot slightly more difficult. Now Leo, let's see if he can play up to his best. If Leo was buzzing, he would knock these yellows in no problem whatsoever. I think he's going to play the yellow into the centre pocket. Slight run through with the cue ball.
Leaving himself one down the rail hill, John. If he can get on, if he can pop this and then get on this next yellow, he should be okay. Well, I think he's just opted to try and cover the pocket, and it's stayed for him.
Yep.
Looked as though it was going to drop, but it stayed over the pocket. It's a rather a tactical shot employed by Leo there. It stops the red ball from going into the pocket, and probably he's played that because he didn't feel that though he could clear up from where he was. So he's played the percentage shot and left the Gibraltarian a much harder shot.
There's many options open now to Guy. He may just tickle onto the red ball and leave the white behind the yellow and the red. He's opened the game up. I think he's taking the game to Leo. I don't think that's a wise decision. Time will tell.
Leo hasn't got too many options here. He's got a yellow obviously covering in the bottom left-hand corner, which I don't think he'll want to take at this stage, unless he can't get on the balls in any other way. So I think he might be playing either the cross double or the plant. He's played the cross double back to cover the other bottom pocket, which is a very good tactical shot by Leo.
Perfect weight by Leo. The experience is beginning to show through now. Leo is just waiting for the time, and I think in the next few shots Leo will actually go on and win the frame from here.
Yeah, he's big favourite at the moment, John. I can't see the guy clearing up from on reds on this particular visit. I think the only way he can possibly win the frame if Leo goes game, misses and gives them a chance.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Gary. I think he's just fallen a few inches short. I actually try and play the red onto the yellow and cover the yellow ball. I think he's landed a few inches short there. Leo again will just play another tactical shot and bring the other yellow out into the open and leave the white ball down the bottom of the table, which he has done.
What you can also play in these rules, just for the people that don't follow pool particularly, you can actually put one of your own set of balls, and with the white ball or any other balls, pot your opponent's ball. So if Leo's opponent gets a situation where he can pop one of his red balls and then take the white ball to cannon in onto the red and the yellow, which will then dislodge the yellow and make the red free to pot, then that's legal. He can do that. And that's known as a skill shot, and a lot of people do employ that particular shot.
I think he's going for game, and I think he'd be struggling with the red by the yellow. He hasn't got an apparent shot or a ball to play onto that as a plan to play the skill shot. So I think he's relying on his fortune a little. He could screw down into the ball. No, he's missed it.
It's becoming increasingly harder. What Leo did earlier on was employ the tactic of covering both corner pockets down the bottom there. So it makes it harder for your opponent to clear up, and I think the guy really is just chasing it at the moment and hoping something will happen. Let's hope it does for him anyway.
But if Guy does actually finish the frame from here, it was a big plus for the Gibraltarians to go 2-0 up against Southern Ireland, who have many top players in their side. Its option is just to snick the red into the middle pocket, send the cue ball off 3 cushions and land to pot the red in the opposite middle pocket. 1, 2, 3.
He's left himself in a sort of a no-win situation there. He's almost got to rely on a fluke.
He's forced to go for game now.
I can't actually see where he's going to pot the red he's looking at. Whether he can double it into one of the middle pockets or even treble it, I don't know. If he does, it's a very, very good shot, but I can't see it happening. Percentage-wise, it's a very low percentage shot, but let's just see what he does. Okay, he has tried the double there. It's not come off, and what has happened now is left Leo game, and I think we'll see Leo take these balls out and win the frame, and then make it 1-all.
I will be very surprised if Leo doesn't go game and finish the frame from here.
Okay, the first one's nicely executed. He's got a couple of balls to go before he finishes off the frame.
Leo's playing well. The ball's going straight in the middle of the pocket. He's not rattling any of them at all. He'll play the plant now.
Could actually end up putting 2 balls here, but he's run slightly out, but the balls are so near the pockets that you don't need actually prime position. As long as the balls are round about where you want them, it shouldn't be any problem for Mr. McMackin.
You just come round with a touch of right hand side off the cushion, back into the middle of the table.
He's in pretty good position again, Leo.
He's pulled it back well.
That's a very good shot from Leo. Didn't have too much room to work with there. And I don't think the yellow passed into the other corner pocket, so he had to try and get the white ball across to this side of the table to put the yellow in the same pocket he put his last yellow.
Leo is on the black into the bottom right-hand corner pocket, and I think he should get this no trouble at all.
9 times out of 10, Leo would smack this in.
And there is a seasoned professional. He's been about a very long time. He accomplished the balls, no problem at all, and pulls the frame score back. Southern Ireland 1, Gibraltar 1. And next on for Gibraltar, we have...
We seem to have lost our notes, but the next guy up for Ireland is a guy I played in the Flyer last night, actually, and he's a very good player.
And for Gibraltar, it is Francis Becerra, and for Southern Ireland, it's James Burns.
Yes, indeed. James played very well last night. He's a very attacking player, and I think you'll see him employ the same style today. Didn't quite work out for him last night, John, because I beat him, but let's hope we can do a bit better today.
Yeah, he's actually plays for the Penthouse team in Southern Ireland, and they're a well-known team in Southern Ireland. They've won many major competitions, and he's also former speed pool champion. He actually cleared the 15 balls in 42 seconds, Gary.
That's excellent. The world record, bearing in mind the world record is 31.9 seconds, held by Welshman Rob McKenna. But whoever does any speed pool under a minute is a fantastic time, and to get 40-odd seconds is just really quick. And I think you'll probably see him bash these balls in less than a minute and a half if he gets his own way.
I don't think he's been daunted by the television cameras being here at all.
No, he seems to have steadied up.
It's a nice screw shot. He's got a ball into the corner pocket.
He hasn't really got a difficult ball on the table. All balls pot. He doesn't really have to move anything. It's just a question of getting the balls in the hole, but he's just overcut that. But the good thing about that shot is he's basically covered the pocket, so it will make it difficult for his opponent to get a ball past there. Although I can see a bit of a gap, so there might be a chance of a red ball getting through the cushion and ball and going into the pocket. But let's see what the guy does.
This is Francis Becerra, and he's 33 years of age. I believe he's a policeman, Gary.
Let's see if he can nick this frame then.
Good one. What are you going to try? I think he might just pop the one into the corner. Just a little bit of drag bottom on there, just to hold for the red into the middle pocket. I don't know whether the red actually passes the yellow into the corner pocket, but I think he just popped the one over the hole, just run down for the wall in the centre pocket.
He's played a good shot there. What he's tried to do, I think, although potting the red ball, that's the sort of the main objective of the shot. The secondary aspect was trying to move the red that's behind the black, because that was the ball that isn't pottable. Every other ball on the table goes apart from the red behind the black. So he was trying to move that, and he's dislodged the yellow, which makes the red go, but only on a double at the moment. So he might have to move the red again, or the black, if he's going to go game, to try and finish it off. Otherwise, he might have to be a little bit patient and wait.
That's a big advantage by playing that yellow over the corner pocket, as James Burns did it. And it makes the shot quite more difficult, yeah.
He's actually played quite a good safety shot there. He's knocked James yellow on the cushion, which makes it obviously more difficult for James to pot, because that was the only ball that James can't get onto naturally, so he saved him the game at the moment. But I think James nonetheless will try and clear these balls up on this visit.
It's still on. The only problem ball is the yellow on the side rail, which is taking now. Just rolling this yellow into the top pocket, off the white ball off the cushion onto the red.
He's just overcut that one and left his opponent on, but if you notice, there's a red ball slightly the other side of the middle pocket, which is almost on the cushion. He's actually got two red balls that are in very similar positions, and they're very difficult to pot. So I can't actually see him clearing the game up from here. So I think what you will see is James getting back to the table.
He's popped the red into the middle, stun the cue ball for the other red into the same middle pocket. There you go. That's what's known as a stun shot. He's taking on a finish here which is not there, and if he's
got to try and move the red by the black ball, which he tried to do there, I think, but he concentrated so much on trying to move the red by the black that he's actually missed the pot.
And James is a big favourite now to take this frame and put Southern Ireland into a 2-1 lead.
I think Francis's only hope here is if James misses and he can get back into the frame somehow, but if he intends taking this yellow up the corner and misses this, he doesn't leave Francis too much on either, so it's pretty much a percentage shot. No danger from James. Has slaughtered that one in the corner pocket, and he's got very good position, and he looks a big favourite to take the frame.
The only problem ball being probably the black. If the black doesn't go into the corner pocket, he's just got to work the balls out here and decide which balls to take first to leave in best position for the black ball into the corner.
He might actually try and move the black, John. They just try to get it in more of a pottable position. It's quite a poor positional shot from James, but he's still at the table, so he's still favourite, but he could have done with a bit better positioning with the white ball there. Now, unfortunately, he did play quite a poor shot on his last yellow, which made his position for the yellow that he just played into the middle quite difficult. If it had come out slightly further, he left himself quite an easy pot and an easy finish. But now Francis has got a very good chance to win the frame for the Gibraltarians.
Yeah, I would expect him to take these reds and finish the black.
I think Francis' first shot will either be the one on the bottom right-hand corner pocket or the one into the middle. It's up to him. The other two are possible, but they won't be his first choices.
And he's very unfortunate to land where he's landed. I don't know whether that's a plant into the middle. It's a very hard shot to take if it's touching ball. The referee there, Tommy Cox, just having a look.
Just to let you know again, if the balls are touching, if the white ball is touching a ball of the set of the colour that you're on, then you have to play away from it, otherwise it's an illegal shot. So if, for instance, the white ball is touching there, Francis would have to play away from it.
I think he's landed in what's called no man's land there.
No man's land, you're right, John. Let's try and come off the back cushion here.
That's very unfortunate.
Split them up. That's very unlucky. It's a very good effort. I think James's shot here is the yellow ball into the middle pocket, run the cue ball off the top corner, sorry, the top cushion, and run back down for the yellow, which is nearest the bottom left-hand corner pocket, and then take the black into the bottom right-hand corner pocket. And he's got the pot, and he's just ran too far on to the other yellow, and he's snookered himself behind the black.
Really pretty easy snooker to get out, just come off the bottom cushion, just gently roll up and just touch the yellow.
It's a pretty good recovery shot there from James, but it's quite unfortunate he couldn't finish the game off there in his last visit. Still, Francis is not out of the woods yet. He's got a shot into the middle pocket, but he's got a lot to do yet.
Oh, there's still a lot of pill left in this frame, Gary.
And I think that was just a bit too difficult for Francis to negotiate. So he's left James a cut, a very thin cut, if he wants to take it into the corner pocket, or he could play for a snooker shot, coming off exactly what he's done there and gone for a snooker. Basically played the percentage shot.
I thought he might have trickled the yellow ball into the corner and sent the white across the table and go game there, Gary.
Yeah, I think you're right there, John. I think because of the TV cameras and the bit of pressure that's perhaps on him, he's opted for the percentage shot rather than going for the attacking shot, which he's more famed for.
He has now put Francis in a little bit of trouble. He'll just try and clip the red and send the white behind the two reds.
Yeah, the two reds that are nearest the cushion on the left-hand side as we look. So he's going to come off of one cushion, possibly two, and go try and get in behind those two reds that you can see just past the middle pocket. Yep. He's hit the reds, but unfortunately he's left James on at the same time. So James has got this yellow down the rail and then the black into the opposite corner pocket for the match.
Because he needed to get position on the black, he did actually have to force the yellow into the corner pocket, which does actually make the pot that little bit more harder. And in fact, you're seeing now the ball actually coming out of the pocket. And it's not actually that he could not pot or miss the shot. The shot was made difficult because of the pace he had to hit the white ball.
That's a great shot.
Whoa, what a shot there, Francis. He's opened the game up there. Now the frame is there for the taking. He'll roll the red down the rail into the corner, send the white ball out, and put the red into the middle or the corner pocket. He's elected to go for the corner.
It's a good shot. He's got a red into the, probably take it now into the bottom right-hand corner pocket, and the black will probably go into the same pocket. So you're looking at the red and the black going into the same pocket here, if he's going to go game. He could actually change his mind, of course, and go up behind the red, but I can't see him doing that because there's not too much advantage in playing that shot, John.
The only difficult thing there is he has to control the white and stop the white from actually going in off the red, which would give James two visits, and he's actually he's missed the pot. That's unlucky. He was concentrating on the in-off and had to screw the crew ball, which made the pot slightly more difficult than normal. And now James just rolls the yellow in, send the white off the bottom cushion, and cut the black into the bottom right-hand corner pocket. Which he has done. That's an excellent cut on the black for James, and that gives Southern Ireland the lead by 2 frames to 1.
The standard of play has been quite good, John. What do you think?
Yes, I've been impressed with the Gibraltarians. I think France have a very strong side here, as do England. I think it's in the melting pot really between France and England, but Gibraltar are by no means out of this match yet, Gary.
No, a lot of pool to be played. They've got some good players coming up.
And next on for Gibraltar we have Gary Chant, and from Southern Ireland we have Ray McInnes.
Not related to Ross, is he?
No, he's no relation to Ross McInnes, the current world pool champion. Ross is actually from Scotland. And here we have Gibraltar, which is Gary Chant.
Gary Chant's 39, and he's ranked at the moment number 2 in Gibraltar.
So he could actually pull it back to 2 each.
Could do there, yeah.
Ray McInnes is 29 years of age. He normally plays the team anchorman, but he's a prominent member of the Penthouse team, which I mentioned earlier, from Southern Ireland. It's a very, very successful pool team in Southern Ireland.
He's actually got off to a very good start here, John. He's broke the balls up, A red ball's gone down, which means he's on that set of colours, so he must take a red ball next. He doesn't have to pot one on his next shot, but he must take red balls throughout the frame. And from what I can see, he's not got too many bad positioned balls there. He has to try and negotiate one which is to the right of the black ball as we look, which has got 2 yellows tied up behind that, which I think he might try and move if he gets the opportunity quicker rather than later. And unfortunately what he's done with that shot is almost tied 2 reds up now, so going from what looked a reasonable chance to clearing up in one visit to the table, and now looks as though he'll have to be very patient to try and get another chance to bust those balls out, if his opponent lets him, of course. Very, very good shot. Now what he's going to have to try and do is get an angle himself if he wants to finish the game early, is by getting on a ball to break out the 2 balls again to the right of the black with the 2 reds. They don't go into any pockets at the moment, so what he's going to try and have to do is create an angle to pot the ball and then screw into those remaining balls with the white and disturb them and make them potable. Again, unfortunately, he's missed a pot into the left top pocket and left his opponent on. Again, the same situation. If he wants to finish the game in this particular visit, he's going to have to onto a ball to pot it and move the 2 reds that are going to be by the yellow and the black.
Just slightly unfortunate on that one. He seemed to be stretching a little bit there, Gary. I think he may have used the rest.
Yeah, possibly better off using the George best, as we say.
And he's played a nice tactical shot there as Gary's covered the bottom corner pocket.
Yeah, he's put his opponent in a little bit of trouble. There's no way that he's going to try and finish the game here on reds. He might have to try and play a containing shot. In fact, I think if he wanted to go potting, the only one he could actually pot is the red into the right centre. But he's elected to just tap up behind the reds and make it more difficult for his opponent.
He's what's called played a fudge shot there.
That's quite a good shot. He's just released the yellow a little bit more and left the white ball on the top of the yellow. He's left himself with an awkward shot, and not only awkward queuing, and I don't think he can do too much from this position.
He's coming at the snooker well there, just rolled up behind the reds and returning the favour. It's a bit of tactical play here, Gary, something you know quite well.
Thank you very much, John. Sometimes frames do go like this. You have a scrappy affair whereupon no one can actually go game, as we say, or try to finish the frame on that particular visit. Sometimes you do have to be a bit patient and sit back and wait for your chances. And this frame is a good example of that.
There is more to pool than just potting 7 balls in the black, Gary.
Yep, sometimes it can take 2 minutes, sometimes it can take, well, maybe as long as 2 hours, just to try and win one frame. All depends where the balls goes, who's playing, what luck you have and what role you have. It's you do need a bit of form when you're playing. It's not just about trying to get on the balls and potting them. You do need the rub of the green, you do need a bit of luck, and if you haven't got that, then you're going to be struggling.
That's a good deep screw shot into the yellow, hole for the red into the centre pocket.
The situation's not really changed much at the bottom end of the table. Those 2 reds to the right of the black where the yellow is do still have to be disturbed. They won't really pop from where they are, so he might have to get into those quite early.
He's done that now. He's split the ball, but the red has rolled down over by the yellow. It's making it quite difficult now to go game and finish here. We'll put the red into the middle, screw back into the other 2 reds.
Good call, Joe.
I was miles away there. Just goes to show you can never get it right all the time.
All the time, exactly right. Again, he's been slightly unfortunate there. What I think he was trying to do with the cue ball was run it through and almost pop the yellow in the corner pocket, which I said before is a legal shot. If you pop one of your own, you can pop one of your opponents. And now he's got a very, very tough shot along the rail, which he's played fantastically well.
Perfect shot there.
That's a great shot. And now the red into the same pocket. He's just potted the red in, and I suppose the black ball will go into the same pocket as well. So if he gets these, it'll be a fantastic finish.
Bad bridging there for the white ball, made the pot slightly difficult, and he's left Gary in a slight chance.
Very, very unlucky there. If the red ball had dropped, it would have just tapped the black in. It would have been a fantastic finish and brought the house down. Unfortunately, he's missed the red, but the best thing about it is, or the best thing about missing it, if you could have such a thing like that, is that he's covered the pocket and made it very difficult for his opponent to clear the table in this particular visit.
And the shot to play is to pot the yellow in the top right-hand corner and stun the cue ball across the table and slay the snooker at the same time, which he has done. That was what's called a shot to nothing.
Yeah, it's a percentage shot. Just in case he missed the pot, he made sure that the white ball was in such a position that he couldn't really have a free shot at it. So to pot the red now, he's going to have to come off at least one cushion. One cushion, the back cushion that he's looking at, and then to pot the red. And he's going to have to find a home for the black after this particular shot.
That's a tremendous shot.
It's a great shot. Unfortunately, the pocket that he would normally pot the black ball in is covered by the yellow, so he'll probably have to manufacture something here, John. Maybe a double or a cross double.
He could double the black, or if he does fancy, he could actually play the skill shot and potting the black into the corner pocket where the yellow is and potting the black at the same time, which would actually give him the frame. It's quite a difficult shot to play. We'll see what he feels.
He hasn't really got too many options here, John.
No, I think he's struggling here. There's no safe yellow on the table, so he has to make very sure of this black. If he does go for it, or just roll the black onto the bottom cushion, or he can actually try and double the black. I think the black will go into the corner. It's going. Yeah. Now Gary should really take this frame for Gibraltar now.
He's actually left the black in such a position that it will not pot into the corner pocket. So what I think, yeah, he's just trying to play a snooker, break open the balls slightly so they're more potable the next time he returns to the table, because odds on he will return to the table. I can't see his opponent potting the black from here.
And that also could level the scores 2 frames each, and this match is left in the balance, Gary, which is very good for the people watching at home.
That's right, John, but I can actually see this. If he wants to be very, very attacking, he could come off the side cushion with the white ball and smash the black out, and hopefully it would go into a pocket for him, but that was pretty much a nothing shot, and all it's done is made things worse, unfortunately.
Yep. Now Gary, all he needs to do is to either roll the yellow into the middle pocket or just play it off and on the cushion into a nice possible position and leave the white ball safe, which he has done.
Now, John, the shot John described to you a couple of moments ago about the skill shot, playing the black onto the yellow and potting both balls, is, I will remind you again, a legal shot. So, truthfully speaking, that is the only shot he has on. So what he's going to try and do is trying to pot the black and the yellow in the one shot into the same pocket.
A very difficult shot. But if he does it, he's well deserved for the frame. He should get a good round of applause for doing that.
As I say, he really hasn't got much else on, John, so he's probably going to have to try this.
Yeah. He's going to attack the black, and he's actually going for the skill shot.
That's
and
a great
oh, fantastic shot from Ray. That is the skill shot played at its best.
Very, very tough shot, made to look easy. Great shot.
And that has brought the scores all level, Gary, at 2 frames each.
2 frames all, that's right. We've got a very good close encounter here between Gibraltar and Southern Ireland. It's 2-2 at the moment. Then who's up next, John?
No, there's the old fox, the old wily companion himself, Charlie Nolan from Southern Ireland, and he will be playing Julian McGrail from Gibraltar.
Charlie's actually like Leo. He's been around for years and years and years, and he swears blind he's still 29. He's actually about 85, but Charlie's, I think, in his 60s. He's been playing pool since the 60s. He's a London bus driver. And he's no stranger to the TV cameras. He used to be on London television in a competition run by John Ballbitter. And he's been a professional now for, I think, over 15 years. And he's played in several countries. So he's no stranger to the lights. And let's see how he plays tonight.
Charlie does tend to favour the old tactical game.
Yeah, I think in his younger days he used to sort of put the cue through the balls and have a good go at them. But I think as he's got slightly older, his game's got slightly longer, and he doesn't attack the balls as well as he used to. But he's still quite a good open player, so let's see what he can offer us tonight, John.
Okay, for Gibraltar we have Julian McGrail. And he's 17 years of age. He's the #1 youth player in Gibraltar, and he's been playing for senior squad for just 9 months. So this is a big stage for him to play on, Gary.
Yeah, I think he's got an excellent chance of winning this frame quite quickly as well. He's chosen red balls, he's potted a red, and then got on to his next red and potted that. And he hasn't really got a difficult red on. The only red I can't see from the camera angle that we're at is the red by the black. Does it pass into the other corner? And as I said that, he's played a shot which means that the yellow has gone in the path of the red, so even if it did pass, it doesn't pass now. So he's going to have to try and find a different home for this particular red.
I did actually stop and watch Julian play last night, and he does like to attack the balls. He does like to knock the balls in, and actually in this year's World Championships, Gary, he did get to the last 16, which is quite an achievement for the young lad.
It is indeed. There's an awful lot of good players out there, and to get into the last 16 of a tournament of any description is no mean feat these days. There's thousands and thousands of excellent pool players, and hopefully what you're seeing tonight is the best of the best. Please don't go in. That didn't go in, thank God for him.
He's quite fortunate there. Left the black over the hole, which obviously, if the black would have gone, he would have given the frame away to Charlie.
That's right. It would have been loss of frame, and the frame would have been awarded to Charlie Nolan. As it stands now, it's Charlie's go. Charlie's on yellows. He's got one shot. He hasn't got too much of an option here, John. His yellow balls are not particularly in very good potting positions. So again, we might see Charlie trying to cover a pocket. It'll make it more difficult for his opponent.
He's got to do a nice safety shot, Charlie, because this lad can actually knock these balls in, Gary. I'm sure Charlie has got a shot in his repertoire. He's played thousands and thousands of shots, and I'm sure he can find one for us now. There are lots and lots of options open for Charlie. Just working, he's trying to leave the cue ball safe.
I think what we're going to try and do is take the yellow nearest the cushion and run down with the white to cannon into the other yellow, and I've got that completely wrong.
That's a 1 each now, Gary.
That's 1 all, yeah. I hope he doesn't go to a 5 all. What Charlie's done there is try to cover the black ball and make it extremely difficult for his opponent to then get on the black and pot it.
I don't think the black actually does go, Gary. I think he's played the shot exceptionally well there, Charlie.
I think it might. Again, it's very difficult to see from the camera angle, John, but I do believe the black does go into the middle pocket. I think if he leaves himself the right angle, he can actually drop the black in, and it will go into the side of the pocket. But that doesn't have to drop in the middle of the pocket. It will go into the side of the middle pocket.
He's played that really, really well. He's got a straight red into the top left-hand corner. He can play the red into the corner, and then he's going to land on the back and just trick. I think the black will go if it just trickles the black into the middle.
I think it will, John, yeah. He's rolling the red towards the corner pocket, which he's safely negotiated. Now all he's got to do is basically the same shot with this red, but he must make sure that the white comes out enough then to trickle the black into the middle pocket. So not does he just have to pot the red, he does have to get very, very particular position to pot the black ball. Otherwise he'll end up in a snooker situation.
This will be a big frame for him. He's played an excellent shot there. This is a big scalp for young Julian. If he can roll this black along the rail, it would be a big, big frame for the Gibraltarian lad.
Let's hope he gets 6. He's played very well this frame.
Yeah, I said I've been impressed with him. I watched him last night playing in the Flyers, and he can knock a good ball in, Gary.
This is a pretty tricky black up the side cushion, but it's the only shot he's got on, and here he goes.
Just a nice roll the black in, and it's there. Oh, that's a good shot.
Good shot. Very popular victory.
That's a big, big win for the young lad to take out Charlie Nolan, who is a seasoned professional And he's actually playing in the professional tournament later on in the week, I believe, Gary.
Yeah.
And that puts Gibraltar in a 3-2 lead. Well, next on for Southern Ireland is Robert Kerwin. He's a young lad. And I was actually playing in a tournament 3 weeks ago. And give me a bit of surprise, he actually managed to come through that game though, Gary, in the end. But it was a struggle.
Yeah, he's quite an attacking, aggressive player, which is mainly what all these competitions are about these days. I mean, everybody favours the attacking style. Not too many people try to employ a great deal of tactics into the game. A lot of people now like busting the balls open and going for game as soon as possible, and he's just one of those types of players, and who knows, he may be able to get the break, bust the balls open and go game quite quickly, which will be exciting for everybody that's watching here. There's quite a big crowd here, John.
Yes, there is. I'm quite impressed with the people that are here. There's been a good turnout, and I hope it continues throughout the week. Robert actually is the youngest player in the Southern Ireland squad, which is quite an achievement.
Okay, he's actually won the toss now and has elected to break. All he's got to try and do is obviously pot as many balls off this break as he possibly can, not including the white ball. And it looks as though he's been a bit unlucky. The reds and the yellows have gone flying around the table and not one has dropped, so it's his opponent's choice.
And for Gibraltar we have Dave Jarvis.
If a ball doesn't go down from the break, the oncoming player then chooses the set of balls he wishes to be on. He doesn't have to pot the balls he's chosen to be on, but he has to stick to those balls throughout the frames.
Well, Dave is the oldest player in the Gibraltar team. I think he'll mind me saying that.
Well, let's hope not, John. They've been pretty good hosts so far.
Yeah, and he brings to the table a lot of experience and many, many years of playing pool.
Okay, what he's done is selected yellows. So Robert's now on reds. Well, from what I can see, he's really only got one tough ball, which is on the side rail. But what he could do is actually take the red into the bottom right and then disturb it, but he's elected to play the one in the middle to try and move it. He's probably the one in the middle. He has moved the red on the side rail, but not sufficiently enough, so we'll have to move it again at some stage. And now he's missed the pot into the middle pocket. He's left the ball over the middle pocket, so it'll be easier to pot the next time. But what he was trying to do was actually go for the finish, so he was unlucky there.
This thing I forgot to mention that Dave is actually the captain of the Gibraltarian team, Gary.
Yes, I think he's been captain on a number of occasions. Very popular figure here in Gibraltar. What he's actually trying to do there was cover the bottom left or bottom right-hand corner pocket as we look, to make sure that Robert couldn't pot any of the reds into there, where he's got one on the side rail, which he definitely can't pot. The one he was briefly looking at there does go, but he really wants to save that ball so that he can move the one on the side cushion. So he's elected to play a different red altogether, which is the red up into the top corner pocket, again, which unfortunately is missed.
And Dave, or as he's otherwise known as the Silver Fox to his friends, he's the big favourite to take this frame, Gary. I think
he's a big favourite of badges, John. He's got he's got more badges than a scout leader.
I have noticed that with the Gibraltarian team, they do like a badge.
Oh yes. He's played a very good pot into the corner pocket there. Unfortunately, he's just run out of position to get the yellow along the rail. It doesn't look as though he can actually pot it from this particular angle, but he's having a look, and I think he's calling for a rest. So there's a possibility he could get it, John.
He's calling for the Georgie best.
The George best. Good old George.
He's just going to trickle this yellow along the cushion. And he's just left it over there. Negotiated the shot quite well. It is difficult using the rest, Gary, in these conditions, and he's played the shot as well as could be expected.
So Robert's still only really got one bad ball, which is the one nearest the lump of chalk he's just put down. So again, he will have to try and move that at some stage. Earlier the better. He's just going to try and work out the ball so he can move that.
This young lad is quite capable of taking these reds from here, Gary, believe me.
He's tried to go out very early. He's played a good shot.
He's played an excellent shot. He'll pot the red and screw the white back and play the red up the rail. Let's see if I can get this one right. Yep. Good call.
Good call, John. This is the very difficult pot of the finish that he's trying to go for, but if Robert can negotiate this red into the top corner pocket, then he's got game on.
He's slightly out on that one.
Yeah, he was a bit out with that one.
No, the old Silver Fox. Let's see if he can just roll the yellow in.
Yeah, what the Silver Fox could do is employ a bit of tactics here by potting the yellow over the corner pocket and then going in behind the two yellows that is next to the ball which is potted, but he's opted not to do that. He's been a bit more attacking, John.
I don't think that was the right shot to play under the circumstances, Gary, to be honest with you. I think I would have potted the ball into the corner and just rolled up behind the yellow and put Robert in all sorts of trouble.
All sorts of trouble, yeah. I think that's what probably a lot of people would have done, but I think he's a bit more attack-minded than us, and he's just proved so there. So if he can finish the frame from here, it will be an excellent, excellent finish. Just going to screw down now for his yellow ball on the top of the rail, which he's done very, very well.
He's popped the yellow into the corner and rolled the white ball out for the yellow into the corner pocket.
It's a nice pot, but unfortunately again he's run out of position. Unless the yellow squeezes past the red ball into the centre pocket, I don't think he'll be clearing up, but if it does go, he's got a chance.
And fair play to him if he gets it, Gary. He's not too good finishing there. Oh, slightly unlucky there.
Yeah, just a bit too tight for him, I think, there, John, and he's left Robert on. So if Robert can get position off one of the balls he's going to pot here, I think he'll run out this frame and win the frame.
That would have been a nice finish there by the old Silver Fox.
Again, Robert's potted the ball into the centre, but unfortunately he's not got prime position. He's still on the red. He's still got a cut back into the top left-hand corner pocket as we look, but he can't gain maximum position, the position that he really, really wanted. So he might have to manufacture something here or be a bit cagey and again wait. But knowing Robert, he'll try and go for a game. But the percentage shot here, which I think he's going to opt for, is just to contain his opponent, which he's done quite successfully there. That's quite a good shot from Robert.
Yeah. I think that's the first tactical shot I've ever seen him play, Gary.
Yeah, apparently he thinks tactics are those little white mints you get in a box. That's how attacking Robert is. What can the Silver Fox come up with here?
I think he can actually just snick that yellow, Gary, by the red. Oh, what an excellent pot.
That's a great shot. Don't go in, white ball.
Oh. He's been a bit unfortunate there, but an excellent pot on the yellow. But after that shot, Gary, anything is possible now.
Anything is possible. From actually where we're sitting in the commentary position here, from where we're looking, the shot I would play is, it's a bit of a rascal of a shot, but it's the white ball off the side cushion and back hit the yellow into the opposite middle, and by that, if he potted the ball, he'd be on the black. It is a very, very, very hard shot, but I can't think of where else he's going to pot the yellow, and all he's managed to do, unfortunately, is put the yellow safe. He's trying to put the black safe, which he's done, but in doing so, he's put his yellow safe and left Robert on. So all in all, it wasn't the best of shots, and I think Robert, if he pots this and screws back down for the red into the centre pocket, will then pot the black and win the frame. So Robert's got this little tricky red now down to the side cushion. If he negotiates this, he'll be on the black ball.
He's played the fudge shot, Gary.
He's played the fudge shot. I think the reason why he's chosen that particular shot is because of if he played it hard enough, there's a chance that the white will go into the centre pocket, and I don't think he really, really wanted to risk that. So yes, he's played the percentage shot and left his opponent a snooker. And bearing in mind, it's a very intelligent shot too, because even if his opponent does get out of the snooker and leaves the white ball down that end of the table, where his yellow is going to leave Robert a pot into the centre.
He's actually got out this tremendous shot. That is an excellent shot, and a good round of applause for what the shot deserved. That's an excellent. That is a frame winner, Gary.
That is a great, great shot. Now Robert's up against it himself, so what can he come up with? Good frame to watch this.
Yep. It can go either way. Again, he's played the tactical shot, which is not a bad shot.
Quite a good shot there from Robert. He's snookered in behind the black. If he can see any of the yellow, it's only part, and I don't think he can do too much with it. Certainly not pot it, not unless he's very lucky, of course. But
I think what I'm doing in this situation, Gary, is go off the bottom cushion and try and snick the yellow into the centre pocket.
Yeah, that's a good call, John, but I don't think he's actually seen that. I think he's just going to play it plain and try and hide the white, so Robert snookered.
That is a good shot again.
And I think he's managed to do that, John.
Yeah, the Silver Fox is playing up to his reputation with lots of trickery.
Foxy kind of guy.
Now then, what can Robert achieve here? I think he's actually snookered behind the black, and he's gone off the top because we can actually just snick the red on the left-hand side. He's going up and down. He's just... Oh, what an excellent shot.
Snookered him back, John. What a shot.
These shots may look simple when you watch them on the table. Under pressure and in front of the television cameras, that was an excellent shot, excellent weighted shot with the cue ball there.
Now, because Robert's red has come out into the open and it's made it very potable, Mr. Fox himself has got to make sure this yellow either goes in or he hides the white, otherwise it's curtains. He's overcut the yellow there and left Robert on. So what Robert's going to try and do is obviously pot the red, but screw back or stun it.
He's done it. He's overscrewed it,
He's overscrewed it, but he's still got a pop with the black in the top left-hand corner pockets.
Follow the white through and roll him in, and it's it. Good frame to watch.
Yeah, some excellent tactics employed by both people at the end, and there was about 3 shots each, whereupon they looked dead and buried, but they pulled themselves out of it and played some excellent tactical pull.